Stakeholder engagement plays a role in change governance, serving as the linchpin that connects a change initiative's aspirations with the real-world ecosystem in which it unfolds. This process involves identifying, understanding, and actively involving all parties with a vested interest in the outcomes of organizational changes. Effective engagement ensures that the strategies devised to steer an organization through change are informed by a broad spectrum of perspectives and more readily accepted and supported by those they impact. In change governance, stakeholders encompass various individuals and groups, from employees and management to customers, suppliers, and even regulatory bodies. Each brings their unique insights, concerns, and expectations to the table, making their involvement crucial for uncovering potential challenges and opportunities that might not be apparent from an internal or singular viewpoint. Therefore, the art of stakeholder engagement lies in weaving these diverse threads into a cohesive strategy that advances the organization's objectives while addressing or mitigating stakeholders' concerns. The initial step in this engagement process is to identify and map stakeholders according to their influence and interest in the change initiative. This exercise highlights the stakeholders who require the most attention and guides the tailoring of communication and involvement strategies to suit different groups. Recognizing each stakeholder group's unique position and perspective allows for a more nuanced approach to engagement, fostering open dialogue and building trust. Following identification, effective communication channels must be established and maintained throughout the change process. This involves conveying information about the change and creating platforms for two-way communication where stakeholders can voice concerns, ask questions, and provide feedback. Such transparency and openness are crucial for building trust and ensuring that stakeholders feel heard and valued, significantly influencing their support for the change initiative. Active involvement of stakeholders in the change process is another cornerstone of effective stakeholder engagement. This can take various forms, from participating in decision-making processes to being involved in working groups or feedback sessions. Active involvement not only leverages the diverse expertise and insights of stakeholders, but also engenders a sense of ownership and commitment to the change initiative's success. When stakeholders see their input reflected in the change process, their engagement and support are amplified. Monitoring and evaluating the impact of changes on stakeholders and the effectiveness of engagement strategies are critical for sustaining long-term relationships and trust. This requires setting up mechanisms to continuously gather and analyze feedback from stakeholders, allowing the organization to adjust its strategies and communication as needed. Such responsiveness demonstrates a genuine commitment to stakeholder concerns and helps preempt potential resistance or challenges that could derail the change initiative. Strategically, stakeholder engagement within change governance transcends mere consultation or communication. It is about forging partnerships with stakeholders and recognizing their value as co-creators of the change process. This collaborative approach enriches the change initiative with many perspectives and significantly increases the likelihood of its success by aligning the interests and efforts of all parties involved. The journey of embedding stakeholder engagement into change governance is marked by continuous learning and adaptation. It demands organizations to commit to transparency, inclusivity, and responsiveness, which are underpinned by recognizing the intrinsic value of each stakeholder's contribution to the change process. By prioritizing and refining their engagement practices, organizations can face change with greater agility, resilience, and support, ultimately enhancing their capacity to achieve strategic objectives and foster sustainable growth. Effectively integrating stakeholder engagement into change governance transforms organisational change. It creates an environment where change is not just something that is done to stakeholders, but rather with them, fostering a sense of shared purpose and collaboration. This approach smooths the path of transformation and strengthens the organisation's fabric, making it more responsive, resilient, and ready for the future.